Hey everybody, this is Jaren with REtipster, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use DataTree.com to pull a list of recent cash buyers around a subject property. This is extremely helpful because if you're a wholesaler or a land flipper, if you find people who have recently bought in your area for cash, this is a huge indicator that they'll most likely buy again, especially if you have a very discounted property. What you can do with a list like this is send a small direct mail campaign highlighting the fact that they've recently bought in the area and that you have a very similar property for sale and would love to give them a quote-unquote neighbor discount or something to that effect. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, now that we went ahead and logged in, the very first thing that I want to highlight is the search box in the top left-hand corner. There are a couple different ways you can sort data by, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to use address because it's the most straightforward methodology for what we're looking to do. So we're going to copy and paste our address of the subject property. Then we're going to hit enter. Minimize what popped up so that we can see the map, and we're going to zoom out. And what I want to highlight is all of the properties around this Hudson Lake, because this is where my particular property is. So I'm going to hit this draw icon, select the poly feature, and then I'm going to simply draw around my subject property. I'm going to hit apply. Then the next step is to go to this advanced search button. So go ahead and click that. Then we're going to go ahead and remove the address bundle because this is only highlighting our particular property. Next, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to where it says sales information. And then the last sale date, we're going to go ahead and select a year. Obviously, you can do a custom date range. You can do 3 months, 6 months, whatever you want. But just for the sake of the example, we'll go out to a year. Next, we're going to go to equity, and we're going to say equity percent is 100%. This is an indicator that the property is owned free and clear, meaning that the property was bought in cash. It's not mortgaged. So that's a very important indicator when it comes to finding cash buyers. And then you're going to go ahead up here and hit get count, and you have 20 results, which is awesome. Now, I want to say before we go ahead and hit view results, if you are in land, if you're flipping land, then you want to obviously distinguish between land properties versus houses. And the easiest way to do that is you just scroll up here and you select the use code that is related to vacant land. You're going to go land use code, and what's really nice is there's actually a prefill that will select all of these for you. So you can just type in the words vacant, and then we would just go ahead and select this land use code. But for now, we're going to just leave that blank. And when you're ready to pull your results, you just hit view results in the top right corner. Then once it's pulled all of the results, you just go up here to where it says export, select that. And what's really nice about DataTree is they actually have some pre-filled templates for you to export data into. So if you wanted to just do mailing, they'll organize the data in a very user-friendly way specifically for mailing. So we'll go ahead and select that. And then we just hit this button, order, and we're good to go. I hope you guys have found this helpful. For more tips, tricks, and real-world guidance on how to crush it as a real estate investor, come join us over at REtipster.com.